After spending 11 years in the United States, based in California, and working in Indonesia with the production, I'd been longing to come home to South Africa for many years and maybe bring back some of my experiences and put them to use here. So I opened a clothing retail store at the waterfront when it first opened in 1992, October 92, just after our election had taken place, and it was before the inauguration. I heard that Nelson Mandela was making a personal appearance at two different places in Cape Town. One was on a Friday night. He was coming to address the Muslim community in Cape Town. And the following morning was a Saturday. He was coming to address the Jewish community in Cape Town. On my way home that evening, I thought, oh my gosh, I need to give this man a gift. I need to give him a present. And because it was already Friday night, there wasn't much time, but I thought, I've got a shirt in my closet at home. It was a black shirt with tan fishes. On the day that he was making this appearance this Saturday morning, I went into the synagogue with my gift, and Nelson Mandela appeared and made some speeches. And sure enough, when I got outside, the street was lined with thousands of people. Every nanny and granny from Sea Point, Cape Town was there to witness this occasion. I made my way to his Mercedes-Benz and knocked on the window of the chauffeur, and he kind of pushed his window down. And I said to him, I've got this gift that I'd like to give to Nelson Mandela. I'd seen him, I was happy. Tuesday morning, I arrived back from the gym and I get a phone call from a girlfriend, and she says to me, Desiree, have you read Die Burger? And I said, well, I don't read Die Burger. She said, well, you better go down and get it. And on the third page, the right-hand page, was this huge photograph of him wearing that fish shirt. And he'd worn it at the dress rehearsal to the opening of Parliament. So once that happened, I had to get over the reality of this, and then eventually I thought, okay, I must get a hold of his secretary. Her name was Mary Makladana. One day Mary called me and she said, Desiree, I'm going to arrange for you to meet the president. And I remember him arriving at his office door, and he says to me, so what do you do? I said, well, I'm a shirt maker. I'm a men's shirt maker. He said, well, how would you like to make silk shirts for me? I've since made over 150 hand-painted silk shirts for him. And I would imagine that coming out of prison after all those years and wearing the weirdest clothing in there, the last thing he wanted to do was step out and wear a suit and tie. So I think the silk shirts just gave him that extra charismatic attitude that he wanted to portray for the new South Africa. He told me that Giorgio Armani called him and was actually quite upset that he'd chosen to wear the shirts as opposed to the suits that he'd been sending him. That was probably my aha moment.